Hello, everybody, and having a good day, and welcome to the Cup of Geek Podcast. We are here to be talking about a movie that is considered to be the runner-up of probably the best film of 2022. Ooh. But before any of that, of course, let's introduce ourselves. Who are we? What are we about? And where can you find us? For starters, I am Aqua Blake, aka Blake Salcedo. You can always find me on TikTok, IG, Facebook, and maybe in your hearts and dreams and nightmares, wherever you may be. And maybe if you're petty, you'll just think of me or something. I don't know. Anyways, let's go to our certified Knight of Fun himself, Ray.
Good
Wherever he is.
morning, wherever I am in the screen. No? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good day, everyone. I am Ray, and I'm your Knight of Fun. And in the kingdom of stories and in the kingdom of tales, I will be your knight in shining armor. Ah, may ganun.
Matindi.
Kaya-
Iba?
kasi
Nag-practice?
I've
Yeah.
been trying to rebrand my content sa TikTok na it's a storytelling content. So lahat ng content from comics to movies to series sa TV, I'll do a review, I'll talk about it there. So para medyo mas masaya yung natin, yung content natin sa TikTok. So that's me. I'm your Knight of Fun, and it's fun to tell stories din kasi. Kaya yun. And I'm wearing an Elvis na cap. So this came from the advanced screening ng Elvis movie last year. But we're not talking about Elvis, but sino to, the actor who played Elvis won the best actor sa recent Golden
Ay,
Globes.
oo.
Diba? So
Great job,
we're talking about films for this episode. Kaya excited ako what we're gonna talk about tonight.
Nice.
And of
So,
course,
yes.
right from our Night of Fun, we got Geeky Pinoy himself, Noah.
Hey, what's up? So, Geeky Pinoy here. You can catch me on YouTube, in TikTok, Spotify, Facebook, and Instagram. And yes, of course, sa YouTube, dahil ang Cup of Geek that you're listening right now, we are on YouTube, we are on Spotify, and even in Apple Podcasts. So, catch us there. And some of our episodes as well, shameless plug ko na rin. Some of our episodes, maybe while you're listening to it right now, you can also catch some of our episodes in the Facebook page of Geek Talk PH. Together with other content creators from Geek Talk PH, they have their series, their programs there. So watch out, follow them, follow us, and enjoy.
And don't forget to click like, share, subscribe to Geek Talk PH and, of course, the Cup of Geek Podcast, wherever
Yeah.
you may find us, because we need that support and why not? Anyways, so let's get on topic. This is a film that
Mhm.
Ray truly loves, so we obviously had to watch it. But no, we were going to watch it anyway. It is the latest film starring Colin Farrell. It is called The Banshees of Inisherin.
Mm.
So, I would like Ray to describe what kind of film it is, because I think he would give
Yeah.
it better justice. And then maybe later on we can talk about more of what we liked about the film, some of the theories that we have, the insights, and whatever we may find. So, Ray, take it
Yeah.
away.
So if you're familiar, for the fans who are listening, for film fans who are listening, no, so you probably are familiar with the Banshees of Inisherin. It's also the award season right now. So it kicked off with the Golden Globes. I think
Golden Globe.
we've had the Critics' Choice Awards just recently announced as well. But
Dolly.
Dolly. but yeah, I have to yet to watch Dolly's film, no, yung the Triangle of Sadness. Hopefully, I can get to watch it soon as well. Pero for this episode, let's talk about the Banshees of Inisherin. It won the Golden Globes for Best Film in a Comedy or Musical. So there's two best films in the Golden Globes. So one is for comedy and film and musical, and one is for drama. Banshees of Inisherin is classified under comedy because it is a comedy, but it is a tragic comedy. Basically, the premise is like this: It is set on an island, across Ireland, an island across Ireland. My diction should be clear. and it's set during a civil war that's happening on the mainland. So
The
in the
Irish
island,
Civil War, people.
the Irish the Irish Civil
The
War.
Irish Civil War.
The Irish Civil War.
Irish.
I will not I will not try to do the accent because it's really
Yeah,
hard as well.
maybe some of our Irish fans might hear us, and
and
why are we murdering
and
their accent,
and
bro?
I might be
Give
tagged
us
as
a chance.
I might be tagged as racist if I try to do that. So I will not do that here.
Yeah, we don't
We don't
want an
want that.
Irish joke.
All right.
Uh-huh.
So basically, the premise is just like this. You have a best friend, and then you usually go on your best friend quote unquote date. So you have your
Mhm.
regular. In this movie, they have their regular drink. So Colin Farrell's character Parik, that's how it's pronounced, but it's spelled as
Carrick.
the different. And then was the other guy Gleason's character Colum, which is spelled
Um,
Colm.
um,
They're best friends, and then on this certain day, Colum decides that Parik is no longer his friend. It's like he's breaking up with Colin Farrell's character, and Farrell does not know. They've been having these conversations on a daily basis. They've been drinking. They've been just hanging out, and then suddenly
mm,
they're breaking up. So Colin Farrell is trying to in this movie is trying to or Colin Farrell's character is trying to just trying to understand what is happening and and trying to get his friendship back with Colum. So it's a little bit heavy. The story is the relationship that they're bringing, but at the same time, the script, the writing, it's just there are just some really good funny lines as well. It's
mm,
kind of trying to tell a story in a light-hearted manner, but at the same time, bringing you a lot of discussion in terms of how you deal with friendships and how you deal about letting go. At the same time, this movie also gave us some brutal consequences. If, for example, Parik will try to talk to his friend Colum, and it's very very brutal, and I would say very it's not really unrealistic, but at the same time it's kind of crazy to know that someone would really try to do this to really try to do that just to stay out of someone's stay off of someone's stay off of someone, yeah. So napaka
mm.
it's really engaging, it's really funny, it's a good story that you need to watch, yeah. Go Blake.
And here's a fun fact about the movie, the and behind the scenes process of it. The fact that this isn't actually the first time Colin Farrell and Domhnall Gleeson have worked together along with the director,
Mm,
because they worked in another movie many years ago that everyone like knows at least one or two scenes of this movie or have seen it around HBO or Cinemax. It is in Bruges. It is about two assassins, Donald Gleason, Colin Farrell, who escaped to Bruges after Colin Farrell has an assassination that goes horribly wrong. So they're having this whole existential life crisis thing. It's if you guys know, it's that scene where Ray Fiennes, aka Voldemort, is destroying a telephone. He's getting pissed off, and he's saying, and his wife comes in and is like, "It's an inanimate object. You're an inanimate object." Yeah, that's. Um, and then another thing with this film for Banshees of Inisherin, the fact that Donald Gleason and Colin Farrell actually signed on and agreed to be in this movie
mhm.
7 years before they even started making it.
Oh,
Oh,
I did not know that.
okay.
It was like they were in it. They were like,
Mm.
because they have a good relationship with the director, and they're
Mhm,
like, you know what? Like, if the next one, if you have this idea for a film, we're gonna keep doing it. And that's also like just a little tidbit, guys. If you ever notice that there's some directors that tend to go back to some of their favorite
Yep.
actors, uh, it's usually because they always see them that they can portray certain roles that they can
mhm,
do, and there's always a good working relationship
Yep.
that tends to happen in the States. Here you see it sometimes, and yeah, it just really goes to show that when a director has an actor that they always get in different films, it means
mhm,
that it's not a power trip or a way to garner more people to watch the film, but more so the fact that the director trusts this actor to deliver the portrayals
Yep.
that they want them to do. But enough of the film talk.
They're just effective with each other. So
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
I can remember like who's been working with Leonardo DiCaprio all the time. Was it Martin Scorsese?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Scorsese.
most of the Scorsese films has DiCaprio in it as well. So
Mm.
that's how it is as well in films. So directors working with their favorite actors.
True. But with this film itself, it I'm so conflicted. It's it's amazing. Like because it starts off like this. At first, it starts off as this drama.
Mm-mm.
I'm not gonna
Mm.
spoil much. It starts off as this drama, dark comedy, but then it just gets increasingly more intense in terms of like the drama that's going around. Everything is just going like the suspense keeps building up, and then there's also this underlying feeling of superstition that
Mm-mm.
plague Island. And I mean, technically, we can kind of go into spoiler territory later on, but especially with one particular character that tends to pop up every so often throughout the film,
Yeah.
and it is wow. I mean, it's not a film that takes itself too much on the grandiose terms of the spectacle, but it's it's what works that it's just very subtle. It doesn't do too much, so that way when things actually do escalate, they're more impactful. And well, I mean, I honestly can't say too much of what exactly happens, but you guys should definitely watch it right now or as soon as you guys are done watching whatever your favorite TV show or series you're binge watching. But enough about me. Noah, what are your thoughts about this film?
Actually, when I was trying to compose myself, what should I say on this review? It's it's one of those movies that you will leave you speechless. If not, it will leave you empty-minded. Like it reset everything that I know about film. So, kasi ako to be honest, when you guys pitched this movie, I totally have no idea what I'm getting into. And I did watch it alone. Mag-isa ako na pinanood ko. So, it's like, wala man lang ako, ay, grabe, ano ba nangyari dyan? Walang nagsasalita sa ay, baka ganito yan. Ako, wala. It was just me and my mind playing around on what I'm seeing. And it's one film na, again, this one, we'll try our best to not spoil the movie because it will be very good for everyone to see it for yourself. And of course, upon seeing this one, it gave me a bit of hope that kaya ng mga Pilipino yung ganito eh.
Actually,
Kaya to ng mga Pilipino. It doesn't need technical
does
stuff.
not
It
need
doesn't need a
CGI.
lot of effects.
Yeah.
It doesn't need a lot of, sabihin na natin, cheesy lines
Mm.
or sampal dito, sampal doon. It doesn't
Yes.
need that. This one just, actually, emotion-wise, wala nga halos eh. Para sa akin as far as yung crying, yung too much OA na emotions, wala.
Walang overly
Mm.
overly used crying scenes.
Wala talaga. Yung tipong, pati walang conflict na iniwan ng nanay, na inampuan, yung mga
No,
ganun.
yung mga tipo nagbabato na ng mga plato, pinggan, ng mga baso, di
Oo.
ba? Walang ganon.
Walang mga ganun eh. Pero every kasi yun nga eh, I think the movie gives their audience a chance to be engaged on the movie. Kasi hindi lahat binigay ng movie.
Mm-mm.
Hindi lahat binigay ng Banshee. Parang bibigyan kanya ng chance na, oh, what's your understanding of what's happening? Oh, what's your take if you are in this situation? Para sabi mo, yun nga, di ba? The story is about end of friendship. Parang ganun lang siya. Para, for us, Filipinos, babaw naman yan. Ba't naman ganyan? But as the story progress, sabi ko, shoot, ano to? Umabot sa ganito. Sabi ko, tigilan mo na kasi si ano. Pwede ba tigilan mo na? Akala ko ba friends mo? Friend kayo? Sabi, parang gano'n. So, ano, those are, I know I will still be talking about it, but holy kamoli talaga. Holy guacamole. Gano'n talaga yung feelings ko no napanood ko. And sabi ko, Disney talaga, pumayag talaga si Disney Plus dito. Pero well, it's technically not under Disney,
Yeah, it's
but just the viewing rights. Pero ayan, deserve yung ano to. Yung Golden Globe nila. Deserve.
yeah, so as Noah said, no, you can watch it sa Disney Plus for guys in the Philippines. It's on Disney Plus. I asked around. I know someone on TikTok who's based in Singapore. It's not yet available in their region kasi they're pushing for it to be available on the big screen. So parang no,
Okay.
nakakaingit bakit sa big screen sa
Oo
inyo,
nga,
sa amin
no?
ano lang, streaming, straight to streaming kagad. But anyway, it's ano. Ganun talaga
That's a
buhay.
good, ano, no? That's a good mindset. Parang kunyari, sabihin natin, yung Last of Us, ano na lang, sa big screen, parang, well, that will be good for Disney, to be honest, diba? That will be good for them.
Yeah,
Well.
oo.
Well, true. But let us try and talk about, because I don't think we can talk much about the film without talking about the themes and the underlying text. So I think from this point moving forward, guys, this is your spoiler warning. If you want to get spoiled with the film, we're not going to try to spoil it too much. But I don't think we can talk about this film without giving spoilers. So you've been warned. If not, well, too bad. Anyways, because there's a lot of things that I've noticed with the film, with the Banshee in the title of the film,
Yeah.
the themes of all the characters' stories, but one story in particular, which is the main focus of the story, it goes hand in hand with what's happening in the outside world. And that particular story is the story of the two friends, main characters who basically do not reconcile nor compromise throughout the film. Which, if you're of course, as you guys have seen in the film, is during the backdrop of an Irish Civil War, which is basically in itself a commentary on the fact that what are they really actually fighting for? Because I even researched and I saw like tweets and anything about people's opinions about it. Even some people were just like, why did it even start in the first place? So it's just like the film itself, like what even started this drifting, fighting in any way? Why is there no compromise for anything at all when you can just be focusing on this instead of each other? And I just found that really I like it when they provided that kind of commentary or comparison without putting it in your face. Usually, like if you think like, oh, Civil War, it's not like, okay, it's just a backdrop of a historical event, but then what goes, like it becomes more apparent when you watch the film. It's like, okay, so this is what it is, all right. So it's kind of like that. So which all kind of, by the end of the film, it all pretty much makes sense, albeit in a more subdued and condensed way. But I mean, commentary.
But I think that's how the film really executed the story, right? So there are certain scenes that the characters are actually seeing the conflict from afar. So so from their island they can see the flashes of the bombs or whatever the warfare is currently using. So there's that separation of these conflicts, though the wide conflict of the country versus the conflict between Parik and Column. But at the same time, the parallelism that they're using in this movie is also that you can really appreciate how it's telling the story of the Civil War through the eyes of two people. It's such a beautiful story that the script is actually really trying to condense it with just the two characters, the dialogues, the conversations that they're having, is trying to tell you, you have this conflict between two friends, you have this conflict between two long uh long friends already, and they don't even know, the one of them doesn't even know what's happening, what's behind the breakup, and he's trying to understand what's happening. He's trying to talk to him, he's trying to reach out, but Colum just doesn't tell him anything, and actually threatens Parik, rather, that whenever Parik would converse with him, would talk to him, he's taking out a finger. And that's really um probably just distinguishable about this movie, because it's not really common that you get that threat from a friend, and to actually really
True.
do it, because your friend is just acting childish as well. And in this movie, Parik is really childish. Now you keep telling yourself, can you just move on, go look for another friend, just give him space, just try to settle things away from each other first, be civil for a while. And yeah, it's the script just really brought the drama and the tension between these two guys as well.
Actually, ito yung ito yung parang literal na it's not you, it's me. Parang ganun.
Pa- parang
Di
parang
ba?
parang Taylor Swift song yan, ah.
Oo, di ba? Parang jowa lang.
It's
No,
me,
no,
hi,
it's
I'm
not
the
you,
problem,
it's
it's me.
me. Okay. Di ba? When he tried to explain to Parik, what's the reason, di ba? I think I'm wasting a lot of my time. I should be doing this, making songs, writing stuff for me to be remembered because I only have a
Yeah.
few years left. So for those who are listening to us, so Parik is a bit, sabihin natin, nasa 40s, something.
Yeah.
Then si Colm is already like in his 60s,
60s.
70s, ganyan. So, all of a sudden, yun nga yung dahilan nila na I'm wasting a lot of time with nonsense chatting. Diba parang sabi nila, nonsense, ano.
Para sa para
but
sa
of
Pinoy
course,
pa, nag-waste ako ng time, nakipag-inuman lang sa inyo.
oo, pag ano lang, pag,
Tambay lang sa kanto.
oo,
Walang
diba?
direksyon sa buhay,
Pero,
parang
well,
gano'n.
technically,
Di ba?
they're drinking a lot,
Yeah.
diba? Padalas pupunta
Oh, I
sila
like
doon sa
the
bar.
black beer that the dark beer that
Oo,
they're
diba?
drinking. Paborito ko yan.
So, yun nga, parang literal, they're both childish talaga. Hindi lang si Parik. Because out of nowhere, di ba? You can just, ewan ko, parang out of the blue kasi, out of the
Yeah.
blue. And I think it's a normal, in the initial state, sa ating mga tao, it's an initial reaction. If a person out of nowhere doesn't talk to you anymore, it's like, huh? Parang out of the blue, diba? Out of the blue, miski ikaw magtatanong, what happened? Did I do something wrong? Did I say something? Or when I was drunk, diba sabi nga nila. Pero kumbaga, ang normal din naman sa atin, once it's explained, sige, okay, fine. Sige, I'll give you space. Baka may topak ka lang, may toyo ko lang. I'll give you space. But for Parik, hindi. Hindi ito pwedeng ganito.
Napakano niya,
Hindi pwedeng,
aggressive.
diba? Parang, bukod sa aggressive, talagang as in makulit. Talaga his facial reaction. And I think Colin Farrell really did great on his acting. Kasi parang miski ikaw may irita sa kanya, ano ba? Tigilan mo muna. Parang, ano ba, nasa isang, pwede namang, ano ka muna, doon ka muna sa bahay nyo, yung mga tipong sasabihin mo, wala ka bang social life sa buhay? Wala. Diba? Parang gano'n. Pero well, yun nga. Parang, ang galing. Yun lang lagi talaga masasabi mo with this movie. It's really good. Because it really, pumondo sila with the characters and paano yung batuhan ng script. Hindi sila even the cinematography is subtle eh. Parang Bataan feels nga lang, di ba? Ano ba yung pinakataas ng Philippines? Batanes. Tama ba?
Batanes.
Basta,
Pero yung
Batanes,
landscape
no?
is just really
Yung landscape,
simple.
di
Pero
ba?
to ano lang
Oo.
no, yung cinematography is also very good to depict a landscape, a
Mm.
picture na we are outside of this outside of this civil wars na nasa mainland, and we're just
Ang galing, ang galing.
handling our own conflicts. So ang galing nung pagkaka-film din.
Enjoy.
And speaking of things that were in the film, like aside from cinematography, there's also this heavy theme of foreshadowing,
Mm.
which also
Mm-hmm.
directly ties into Irish folklore, especially the
Ooh.
title of the film, The Banshees of Inisherin, because a banshee in
Yep.
Irish folklore is signified as an omen of death.
That. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's usually whenever their very presence, every time you see them, you know something terrible is going to happen. Someone's going to
Mm-hmm.
die. And there is a character like that in the film who just pops up every so often, looking very creepy in dark robes,
Yep.
and maybe could be human or is just crazy. But either way, yes, the old crazy lady in the film who just pops up out of nowhere is considered by many to be the Banshee
Yep.
herself,
Mm.
signifying and foreshadowing the eventual death of a certain characters in the film and by the end of the film, and as well as many other darker turn of events that eventually befall upon main characters. Do you guys think there is any truth to this theory or analysis? What are your thoughts? Because me, I think it could be possible that she is the Banshee, like she is the title, like she is what the title is describing
Yeah.
in a sense, or like one of the reasons. Because why else would they put the title of
Yeah.
Banshee?
I also tried to research that on my end. I was trying to understand why is the movie entitled The Banshees of Inisherin. So number one, Inisherin is a fictional island. It's not actually a real island. But what are banshees in Irish folklore? And what you said, Blake, they are the bringers of or the
Amen.
and the of or the omens of death, right? So
Mm.
the character that old lady that we just talked about. Yeah, it's somehow in your face, telling us that someone will die or in
Mm.
the end. But at the same time, is it really a physical death that we're talking about?
Mm.
That it can also mean a lot of different things, right? So if there's a death in a relationship, there's a sort of a submission of the characters to what they really want to do in life. So
Mm.
in the end we have Farik submitting to, okay, I'm just done with this. I'm gonna go on with my life on my own. And in that acceptance as well, there's a death of feeling of his, because the whole movie there's a theme of Parik not being able to let go of stuff. So he can't let go of his friend, he can't let go of his sister. And because his sister is just trying to go to the mainland and go look for a job. So there's that theme for Parik, and in the end we get to see him letting go and and really saying goodbye to these ends, no. So maybe it's also that. And at first naisip ko rin, kasi the song that Column made was also entitled The Banshees of Inisherin. So napaka-simple naman if they title the movie just because that's what Column written as a song. So it's not really, probably not just as that. They put it there because it really has to mean something for the movie.
Ako basta pag may lola, nakakatakot talaga yan. Alam mo naman yung tulad nito ni lola na to, na Philip, pag, pag
Pag
yan lang
lumalabas.
nagpakita sa kanila. So, kung lola lang sa mga cinema, alam mo, it means trouble.
Oo.
RIP po kay Lilia Contapa. So, rest in peace po, wag po ako dadalaw. So, ako din naman, yun nga. When I was of course, the word Banshee itself, alam naman natin na, syempre, una pumasok sa akin, alam mo naman tayo, Marvel pa. Si
Si
Banshee ng
Banshee.
Marvel. Pero, kumbaga, sabi niya, maingay ba yun? Maingay. Sabi ko, edi, well, pero her presence, talagang creepy naman talaga in the movie. Like, in certain scenes and circumstances, bigla siya nasa malayo. Ganun lang siya. Sabi ko, oh my God, parang si Lola to sa sa Shake, Rattle, and Roll. Sabi ko, parang may jump scare to mamaya.
May
Yung lalabas
nagbabadya.
sa mukha mo. So, ewan ko, it's really, nung una, syempre, iniisip mo, anong rule niya dito? Make things or make certain scenes creepy and, pero, well, for those who will be watching it, it will really give you a time to think anong ba talaga, ano yung role niya doon. But even for all the people in that certain, town, city, hindi naman
Island.
city kasi parang island or in that barrio.
Not bad.
In that barrio. So parang even them, they try their best not to interact with her. Parang sabi ko, parang talagang meron ganito sa Pilipinas eh. Mamaya siya na yung siya na yung gustong patayin ng iba dahil aswang daw eh. Well, again, it's really good. It's really good because they'll give you a chance to think and really exercise your brain. Yun nga lang. And it's a good reset with a lot of shows that we're seeing right now. It's a good way to reset your mind. But for me, with watching all action, blasting there, blasting here, a lot of VFX, then you have this one. It rests.
Parang palate
Even though,
cleanser.
oo, di ba? Para siya yung coffee. If you're drinking a lot of wine and sniffing a lot of cologne, that's the coffee. So, galing.
I think to start to close this discussion out, what I love most about the film is I had a really great connection with this, in terms of the catharsis of the ending, which is about letting go of something that is not exactly in your control anymore. Like you shouldn't have a responsibility. Like, yeah, I can relate to Colin Farrell's character, of him trying to like see what's going on with his friend, and because obviously a lot of people have been in that situation. I think this is one of the films that actually started to tackle that kind of situation. But obviously a lot of other things. But I like how they handled it because it hits almost every single note of what people would go through just to get answers of like, why are you like blocking me, or why are you deleting me from Facebook, why are you like taking away from your life, and you
Scene
get
zone.
Yep.
Suddenly scene
no
zone.
Yung scene zone block na.
Yeah, like, but then like in the end of the film, it really doesn't matter. What matters is that you choose to either you stick around, being trapped in that sort of predicament of like wondering why, when you can just do the better option and let go, move on with your life, and just hope that it doesn't happen again and make the best out of what you got, which I think it was a really great way to end the film. I think that with that um with that theme that they had going, I think that a lot of people will really appreciate the story upon realizing that. And I definitely recommend a lot more people to watch this film
Yep.
just for that sole reason alone. So my message to you guys who are watching, listening to this right now, if you are in a situation where you're trying to get answers, but obviously the other person is not giving you the answers or nor satisfaction, you do not owe them your time by pondering over what they're doing or what they're not doing. Just get out of the situation, live your life, and don't leave your donkey outside to whatever. Yeah.
Well, actually, also to comment on that, like the animals in this movie are also characters in this movie. The dog,
Yeah.
the donkey. Actually, the whole movie, I was thinking of the donkey as an ass because the character of Parik has been an ass. So,
Actually, yeah.
so I really liked also that part of the movie where the animals that they're with are also the same as the main characters.
Yeah.
Ako basta, take care of your fingers, guys. So, yun lang.
Oh, do you remember that scene yung
That's
yung I think the last time that
That's a-
that Parry conversed with with Colum, the dog actually pulled out the cutting device outside the house. Na parang, oh, yung aso, alam niya yung gagawin.
just take care of your fingers, guys. If ever that, kailangan nyo isugal yung ibang parts ng katawan nyo to end their friendship to somebody, nails lang. Abot yung fingers, guys.
Hair.
Hair,
Oh,
yeah.
people have done that.
Abot sa finger.
Like, people cutting off their hair because it's hair loss.
Like,
Actually, if I'll be sharing this movie to my wife again, sabihan na naman ako na naman yung pinuturo sa ni Blake at ni Ray. Pinapanood nyo. Akala ko ba comic book lang yung mga tinitira nyo?
in fairness, at
Tuwan-tuwa
least
ka
it's
naman
not
i-share sa
hostile.
akin, sabi sa akin. Well, it's really a good one. So guys, for those who are listening, it's really a good watch. But of course, patnubay ng magulang ay kailangan. Kailangan ganun pa rin tayo. So, yeah, it needs explanation. Especially for yung sinabi nga ni Blake earlier, it happens in real life. Though the setting is during the Irish War or Civil War, it happens in real life right now. It doesn't happen personally, but of course, in social media, nauso yung word na scene zone, nauso yung block, yung
Ghosting.
unfollow, diba? Yung mga ganyan. And sometimes it doesn't give you explanation. Siguro kailangan gawin ni Facebook. Pag in-unblock, why are you trying to block this guy? So para pag tingin niya ng profile mo, ay, block na ako kasi daw hindi na ang daldal ko daw kasi ang dami kong kwento na walang kakwenta-kwenta. Yun. Kumbaga, bigyan Facebook, I think that's a good way to give explanation doon sa mga binablock. So, my personalized message, you're blocking you.
Imagine the blocking pranks. Like, why'd you get blocked? Oh, because I shared too much anime pics. I shared too much Chainsaw Man spoilers or
ganun dapat.
Ganun.
So, Mark Zuckerberg, if you're listening right now, that's a good idea for Facebook.
For development.
We're here.
Facebook.
We'll give our insights.
Yeah. Come on, Mark. Please. This could be a good idea for Social Network Part 2.
Pwede rin.
You gotta get the sequel.
If you'll create a second account to bother me, I'll give my fingers. I'll send a pic of my fingers.
That's so brutal.
Send na ako.
But
Bagong
how
picture video.
How do you prefer it? How do you prefer it? Grab or Lala move?
Pwede. Hindi, kahit meme lang ng fingers. Meme lang. It's hindi ko alam paano natin gagawin sa pero well, it's on Disney Plus. It's on Disney Plus. It's on Disney Plus. Yun na lang sabi ko.
We're just talking about cutting fingers here on Disney Plus.
Here on Disney Plus. So, if you think Disney Plus is just Mickey Mouse and Avengers, there are cutting fingers there. So,
Ay.
Hindi, kaya tayo hindi may invite ng Disney. Kasi review natin sa oh well.
Hindi na
Love you,
makapag-wrap up si
Disney.
hindi na makapag-wrap up si Blake.
Oo.
Kaya ba
Sige.
yan?
Ah.
Ganun kabigat yung film kaya pinagtatawanan na lang namin.
So guys, yeah. So guys, yeah, that was our discussion on the Banshees of Inisherin, which you can find on Disney Plus. Fingers not included. Yep. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I would like you guys to give us any recommendations of what films we could watch or what films we can talk about or what films we can probably
Yeah.
trash. I don't know. Trash in a good way. Not not in a bad way. Just classy. Just very classy. Anyways, guys, this has been the Cup of Geek Podcast. I have been Aqua Blake. I'm here with Night of Fun, Ray, Geeky Pinoy, Noah. I'm probably pointing to them in wrong directions, but you know what? It's fine. We always keep it light. And hope you guys enjoyed the show. And hopefully we'll see you next time when we're going to be talking about, I don't know what. Maybe a movie that doesn't involve cutting fingers. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. See ya.
Thank you.